Howdy and welcome to my home. I'm declaring this Sweatpants Saturday because I'm just at my house. So I asked this morning what you'd rather do, and everybody was like, let's make food. And there was a lot of votes for something savory and marshmallows. And now I am not the best marshmallow maker, but I'm happy to show off what I can do. All right, so we're making marshmallows. Now in this pot, to save time, I pre-measured my ingredients. So this is the syrup. So when you're making marshmallows, you have like two kind of sections or parts. You have the bloom and you have the syrup. And this is the syrup. This is very simple right now. It is 400 grams of sugar, and I did this by weight, and 200 grams of corn syrup, half a cup of water, and a pinch of salt, like a quarter teaspoon of salt. The water and the salt are not quite as critical to get exactly to the gram measurement. And there's a lot of recipes for marshmallows that don't have you do this by weight. But one nice thing about measuring corn syrup by weight is that you don't have to get a measuring cup dirty. You put this pot on my scale, I tared it out, and then I added the corn syrup until I had 200 grams, and then I don't have to have another sticky measuring cup. So that's kind of a nice thing. Now it's probably time for me to upgrade my candy thermometer, but it still reads accurately. So I'm going to be using my trusty handy dandy analog thermometer. We're going to cook this to 232 degrees Fahrenheit. I live in northern Utah at an elevation of about 4,500 feet. So if you live at lower elevation, your marshmallow is going to need to cook to a different temperature. You know what? Google it for your elevation in your area. I know that at sea level, your marshmallow cooks to about 240 degrees. And you subtract degrees as you go up in elevation. I'm at 4,500, it's 232. So I'm gonna get that going. I wanted cinnamon marshmallows today because I really like cinnamon marshmallows. So that's what we're gonna do. So I've got the syrup getting started now, and let's make the bloom. So I've got half a cup of cold water. I'm gonna add that to the bowl of my stand mixer. And we're going to sprinkle on top of that 3 packets of unflavored gelatin. And this is just like the Food Club brand. This is the El Cheapo brand. So that is going to just kind of sit here and soak while the syrup gets up to temperature. But since like I said, we're going to make cinnamon marshmallows, we're going to add 2 teaspoons, which is I'm measuring in a tablespoon, so I'm just going to go a little bit shy because a tablespoon is 3 teaspoons, right? So, and this is our own Indri Vanilla Ceylon cinnamon. So this is toasted powdered Ceylon cinnamon, and it's really yummy. So we're going to add 2 teaspoons of Ceylon cinnamon to the bloom. And I did want to add, because I like have just a tiny bit of an extra burn, like that kick. That's how I like my cinnamon marshmallows. But I don't know, if you don't like them, the beauty of homemade things is that you can make them the way you like them. I'm going to add just a little shake, like maybe a quarter teaspoon. That was like 1/8 of a teaspoon. That's cayenne pepper, so hot red pepper. All right, my syrup is getting closer. So one thing that I learned about making candy is that if little bits of sugar spill onto the sides of your pan, they can get stuck up there and they can form crystallization, which causes your sugar syrup to get gritty and your final product to not be, it can make it turn to sugar or crystallize. So I got to watch out. Oh, I think I'm about there. 232 degrees. I'm taking off the heat and removing my thermometer. And now it's time to add it to our sugar bloom. So I'm making marshmallows. I'm making cinnamon marshmallows. So I'm gonna get this just going on slow. Now, this is the, I don't know, trickiest part, I guess, of making marshmallows. You just start slowly drizzling in your boiling syrup into your bloomed gelatin. Now remember, I did add some cinnamon and a little bit of cayenne pepper to the bloom, to the blooming gelatin. So that's already in there. And we're just on slow, we're slowly drizzling in this hot syrup. Take your time with them. Anyway, so there, now I'm going to let my marshmallows mix for a while. Right now they're on low, but I'm going to slowly speed them up. I don't want to go too fast because then they'll start flinging marshmallow all over the place. By the way, I'm finishing my cinnamon marshmallows. I added a couple of drops of cinnamon oil, and now I'm going to add a good healthy squirt of vanilla paste. That's probably about a tablespoon of vanilla paste. You want to see them? Come look. So here's my marshmallows. See how they're like threading off the sides? That's how you know they're done. That took about 6 minutes of whipping. And there's still, also the bowl is almost touchable. Like, it's not flaming hot anymore. I gotta get this off.
We got this for Christmas, so we don't know how to use it yet, so we're still working on it. And
there we go. I'm pouring this into a candy pan. This is a our dear friends Sandy Pond, and she owns the candy pan, and so I'm not affiliated. We're not affiliated with them. We just really like them. So this is a really cool pan, and it's buttered. But if you don't have this kind of a thing, you can put it in like a 13 by 9 pan, or smaller if you want them taller ones. Whew, this is sticky stuff.
Not extract.
This is really thick marshmallow, and it's not really spreading out. And that's okay. That's how you know it's homemade. And I wanted to make this like, I like it when my homemade marshmallows have a little bit of a crunch. So I like to add some sprinkles. I'm adding some red sprinkles. These are just sugar.
This is like a cinnamon spicy marshmallow.
Yeah.
Right?
But here it is, January 4th. And when I ran to this store, when people were like, oh, we want to see marshmallows, I was like, I want to make cinnamon marshmallows. If I'm going to make marshmallows, I want cinnamon ones. And I was so excited because the Valentine's candy was all in stock, which means that they had cinnamon heart imperials, like red hots. I love these things. And so I'm going to sprinkle these all over the top of my marshmallows. All right, so that's what I'm gonna do. Now marshmallows, at this point, you let them sit overnight, and you try really, really hard not to try and pick at them. But that's why when you take your time and just like, oh darn, there's so much marshmallow left on this. It's really good. So.
All right, I think that's everything.
All right, we hope you have a wonderful weekend, and I'm going to not be snitching marshmallow before it's time.